हाते मालो गर्दै गरौं सुनौलो बन्छ परिवेश, कहिल्यै कहीं हार नमान्ने नेपाल मेरो देश।
Hello friends, namaste and welcome to my YouTube channel Sumit Paudel, and in this video I am going to talk about the important properties of the soil, which are compaction and consolidation. Before knowing about the compaction and consolidation properties of the soil, first of all, we know about what is soil and how it is composed of, and what are the properties of soil, how it is formed. These are the important points. So now discuss about soil. What is soil? Soil is the unconsolidated material which is formed by the disintegration of the rock, and generally soil is composed of soil solids and voids. According to three-phase diagram of the soil, soil is composed of soil solid, water and air, and the water and air is commonly called voids. If the voids are completely filled with water only, then the soil is said to be saturated soil, and for such type of soil the degree of saturation will be 1. If the voids are completely filled with air only and there will be no water, then such type of soil is known as dry soil, and for such soil the degree of saturation will be 0. Okay, we can also define the soil from civil engineering point of view, and we can define as the construction material which supports the structural foundation. Okay, now let's discuss about the compaction and consolidation. First, compaction. The phenomenon of decrease in volume of the soil due to removal of the airs present in the voids is known as compaction. As we already know, the soil has three phases. One is soil solids, next water, and next air. Okay, if the air is removed by applying the dynamic type of loading, then the volume of the soil decreases. Such phenomenon is known as compaction. Whereas the consolidation is the phenomenon of decrease in volume due to squeezing of the pore water. When the water present in the voids get released or squeezes, then the volume of the soil decreases. Such phenomenon is known as consolidation. The main difference is that in compaction the air gets released, whereas in consolidation the water gets released from the voids. Okay, but both processes are what? Process of decreasing volume. Now about compaction. While talking about this, compaction of soil is done by means of dynamic loading. This means moving type of load is applied for compaction purpose. Moving types of load can be applied by using compacting equipment such as rollers. Rollers may be smooth wheel roller, sheep foot roller, pneumatic tire roller, any types. Other equipment such as vibrator, rammer also used. And for consolidation, static loading must be applied for consolidation. Suppose we have construct a new building, and after few years the water gets released after long times due to constant load from the building, such as any types of load from building, live load, dead load. The soil gets settled, and because of the removal of the water, such types of loading is necessary for consolidation. Compaction is fast process because only 1 hour, in 1 hour, 2 hour, or in 1 day, 2 day, any very short time. This is in comparison to consolidation. Okay, it is the fast process. We can compact soil in very short time, whereas for consolidation very long time is necessary. So consolidation is time dependent process. It takes 10 to 100 years. Okay, and next, compaction is the artificial process or artificial phenomenon. Okay, because before construction of any structure, soil can be compacted, but before construction of any structure, soil cannot be consolidated because it is a natural phenomenon. Okay, next, compaction. For compaction, the soil must be filled with air. This means the soil must be partially saturated. If the soil is fully saturated, then all the voids are already filled with water and there will be no air. Then how to release the air from the soil? Okay, so for this, the soil must be partially saturated, and for consolidation the soil must be fully saturated. This means degree of saturation must be equal to 1. Okay, and talking about the next point about the compaction, compaction can be done for all types of soil, both cohesive as well as cohesionless soil. Cohesive means force of attraction between soil particles. Okay, cohesionless means there will be no force of attraction or very less force of attraction. Okay, cohesionless soil. For both soil, compaction can be done. Okay, that means cohesive means what? Clay soil. Cohesionless, gravel, sandy soil. Okay, for any types of soil we can apply, but consolidation is only for clay soil, or this means only for cohesive soil, because for consolidation the soil must be fully saturated, and only clay soil or cohesive soil can be fully saturated, such as gravel, sand cannot be fully saturated. In only in cohesive soil consolidation is possible. And the objective of compaction is to increase the dry density of the soil. When void ratio gets decreased according to relation gamma d equal to g gamma w by 1 plus e, when the void ratio decreases, gamma d increases. This means dry density increases. When the dry density gets increases, the effective stress of the soil increases. And as we know, the shear stress produced in the soil is equal tau equal to C plus sigma tan phi. This is shear stress equation, and when the sigma increases, effective stress increases, the shear stress increases. Okay, then due to increase in the shear stress, the bearing capacity of the soil increases. When the bearing capacity of the soil increases, what? Then cross sectional area required for the footing decreases, and due to decrease in the cross sectional area of the footing, the design becomes economic. When the area of the footing decreases, the concrete required, the reinforcement bar required for the concreting will be less. So this is the importance of the dry density. Okay, so higher the value of dry density, relative compaction will be the high, because we know relative compaction is the ratio of density in field to the maximum dry density. Okay, so for the main objective of the compaction is to increase the dry density of the soil. The dry density is the important factor while designing the any structure above the soil, because the dry density gives the optimum moisture content from the compaction curve. Compaction curve is the curve between the dry density and water content of the soil, and the water content corresponding to the maximum dry density is optimum moisture content, and which is very important uh, parameters to be calculated while designing any structure above the soil. Okay, and the main objective of the consolidation is to increase the effective stress of the soil. As a result, the bearing capacity of the soil increases. Okay, finally the main objective is to increase the bearing capacity of the soil. In this video we talk about the compaction and consolidation. Okay, thank you for watching, and this much for today. Next time I will be come with new content, and until now, if you didn't subscribe my YouTube channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification at first. Thank you, have a good time.